Welcome to our lesson on bed sharing. So co-sleeping is when you and the baby sleep in the same room, and bed sharing is when you and the baby share a bed or a sleep space. People in the US are generally discouraged from bed sharing due to the fear of infant death, which can occur if the parent were to roll on the baby. Every country has different recommendations for sleep arrangements, and I assume in the countries where bed sharing is the norm, there is access to education on how to bed share safely. Sometimes new parents don't plan to bed share, but they find themselves spontaneously bed sharing due to convenience. This happens all the time. Most people in the US are unaware of how to safely bed share because they were told not to bed share, and that can lead to accidents happening. In Japan, most babies sleep with their parents, yet Japan's rates of SIDS or sudden infant death syndrome are much lower than in the US. And this is likely due to widespread accessible information on safe bed sharing. Many people who bed share report having more restful night experiences, as they may not have to get up with the baby each time the baby needs to feed. If the baby can nurse side lying, parents may prefer to stay lying down while nursing the baby back to sleep. In addition, bed sharing allows for closeness and connection, which may help the baby sleep longer. So the idea behind bed sharing is that it is a natural way to sleep with our babies, and that humans have evolved the instinct not to roll on our babies. It's important to note that, even with these instincts, not every family is a good fit for bed sharing. So here are some guidelines for safe bed sharing. So first, it's important that your family meets the criteria for safe bed sharing and that you feel intuitively that bed sharing is the best choice for you. You may wish to have a separate sleep space ready for your baby in case you change your mind. This is what I did for my babies, but they ended up just becoming like expensive laundry baskets. So here are some important points to consider when thinking about bed sharing. Avoid bed sharing if anyone in the bed has a sleep disorder. Avoid bed sharing if anyone in the bed takes anything that inhibits their instincts. This includes cannabis, alcohol, Tylenol PM, sleep medication, and more. Next is to sleep in a side-lying or cuddle curl position. There should be no pillows or blankets around the baby. Avoid bed sharing if the mattress is not firm. Do not bed share on any surface other than a bed. This includes couches, futons, etc. There should be no wedges or other items to keep the baby in a certain position. So this is the pillow and blanket arrangement that's best for bed sharing. So it's important to ensure that it is a safe space for your little one to sleep. Your baby should never be under a blanket because blankets can increase the risk of suffocation. And in addition to that, there shouldn't be any stuffed animals, pillows, bumpers, or other items around the baby. Some parents choose to pull a blanket to their waist and then place the baby on top of that blanket to ensure that they can't get underneath it. So according to La Leche League, bed sharing is safer for someone who is breastfeeding. This is because the side-lying position your body assumes to breastfeed or chest feed is an optimal position for bed sharing. However, if someone is not breast or body feeding, they can still assume this position. So this position is known as the cuddle curl position. In this position, the parent is sleeping on their side with their knees bent and their arm tucked under their head or under a pillow. The baby is placed under the parent's armpit, flat on their back or slightly on their side, with their face near the parent's breast or chest. The parent curls around the baby, making it almost impossible to roll onto the baby due to the position of their knees and elbows. And if you have concerns about a partner or child rolling onto the baby, it's best to sleep between that person and the baby.